The Maldives, a stunning paradise made up of 1,200 islands, is facing a crisis that threatens its very existence. With global warming causing sea levels to rise, many of the islands are at risk of sinking into the Indian Ocean. The country is considered one of the most vulnerable to the effects of climate change, as most of its land is barely above sea level. But instead of surrendering to this natural disaster, the Maldives is doing what few nations would dare to attempt. They're building their way out of the crisis with ambitious projects that aim to reshape the future of the country. Among these initiatives is the Maldives Floating City, a mega project that will see the construction of an entire city designed to float above the rising waters. Alongside this, there is also a plan to transform the nation into a global financial hub powered by billions of dollars in foreign investment. These projects, though vastly different in scope, share the same purpose, ensuring that the Maldives remains viable as both a home and a tourist destination for future generations. The Maldives, a country at the edge. The Maldives is a nation unlike any other. Its pristine beaches, warm turquoise waters, and vibrant coral reefs have made it a sought-after destination for tourists from around the world. But the beauty of the Maldives belies the challenges its people face. Most of the country's islands are small and sparsely inhabited, with many barely above sea level. This makes it one of the most vulnerable places in the world to climate change. Malé, the capital, is particularly at risk. With more than 250,000 residents living in just 8 square kilometers, it's one of the most densely populated cities globally. Much of the city lies less than a meter above sea level, surrounded by concrete sea walls that offer limited protection. As sea levels continue to rise, the very existence of Malé and the nation as a whole could be in jeopardy. Already, the Maldives spends around 30% of its national budget on adapting to climate change, but the need for more solutions has never been greater. A vision for the future, the floating city. The Maldives is pursuing one of the most audacious ideas in the world, creating a floating city. This ambitious plan was first proposed more than 15 years ago and was initially seen as a publicity stunt by then-President Mohammed Nasheed, who wanted to raise awareness about the plight of island nations threatened by climate change. But what started as a bold idea to attract global attention has evolved into a practical and potentially game-changing solution. The floating city, designed in collaboration with Dutch Docklands, aims to build 5,000 floating homes on a shallow lagoon. These homes will be part of a larger community that includes hotels, restaurants, shopping centers, and even a mosque and football fields. The city will be organized into a hexagonal grid designed to mimic the natural patterns of coral reefs and will be fully integrated with the surrounding marine environment. What makes this project so innovative is not just the floating design, but the way it incorporates modern technology to adapt to the rising seas. The homes will be anchored to the seabed using a concrete hull, which will provide stability even in rough conditions. The structures will be supported by telescoping stilts, allowing them to rise with the water levels, ensuring the city remains habitable no matter how high the seas rise. Once complete, the city will offer residents and visitors 16 kilometers of floating roads, designed for bicycles and electric buggies. Cars will be banned to reduce the environmental footprint. It's an idea that is as much about preserving the Maldives' way of life as it is about creating a new sustainable future, balancing luxury and affordability. While the floating city will cater to international investors, the Maldives is committed to keeping it affordable for local residents. The city is planned to be a mixed-use development with both luxury housing and more affordable homes. Studio apartments will start at $150,000, and single-family homes will go for around $250,000. But even with these prices, the cost remains high for many Maldivians, whose average household income was around $20,500 in 2016, a number that has likely increased since then, but still pales in comparison to the cost of these homes. Despite the high price tag, the project is seen as a vital step towards securing the country's future. The Maldives is actively seeking international buyers, offering residency permits to attract foreign investment, which is crucial for funding the project. However, the financial viability of this ambitious venture will depend on its ability to strike a balance between luxury and accessibility, the price of innovation. With a project of this scale, the environmental impact is a crucial consideration. The Maldives Floating City is designed with sustainability in mind. The city's hexagonal design is based on brain coral, allowing light to pass through to the lagoon below, which is essential for maintaining the health of marine life. In addition, artificial coral made from glass foam will be placed under the pontoons, promoting the growth of real coral and enhancing the local marine ecosystem. However, the project is not without its environmental concerns. To make room for the city, the lagoon will need to be dredged to accommodate the floating structures. Dredging can have significant impacts on marine life, including smothering coral reefs and altering ocean currents. While no environmental impact assessment has been made public yet, the decision to dredge the lagoon raises concerns among environmentalists about the long-term effects on the surrounding ecosystem. A new economic frontier. Alongside the floating city, the Maldives is also embarking on a massive $8.8 billion project to establish an offshore financial hub known as the Maldives International Financial Center. This ambitious plan is being driven by a partnership with a Qatari sheikh and aims to transform the Maldives into a global business center. The Maldives International Financial Center will be located just off the island of Thilamalé, a reclaimed island that has already undergone extensive dredging to raise it above sea level. The project promises to be a global crypto zone and tax haven, offering no corporate tax, no inheritance tax, and no residency requirement. It's designed to attract international businesses, particularly in the finance and blockchain industries, and position the Maldives as a gateway to emerging markets in Asia, Africa, and the Middle East. The Maldives International Financial Center will include a convention center, office towers, hotels, and retail spaces, with a capacity to house 6,500 people and accommodate 30,000 visitors daily. The hub will be powered by green energy and promises to be pedestrian-friendly, with underground infrastructure to keep the environment clean and sustainable. The Maldives government hopes that the Maldives International Financial Center will generate over $1 billion annually, helping to diversify the economy and reduce reliance on tourism. A new era for the Maldives. These ambitious projects are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the Maldives' infrastructure development. The nation has been steadily building new infrastructure in recent years, and it shows no signs of slowing down. One of the most significant recent projects is the Thilamalé Bridge, which connects Malé to the international airport. This bridge has already proven to be a massive success, significantly improving access to the airport and boosting the economy. Now, the Maldives is working on even more significant infrastructure projects, including the Thilamalé Bridge, which will connect Malé to 3 neighboring islands. This $500 million project is the largest infrastructure development in the country's history and is expected to be completed by 2026. The Maldives is also expanding its airport to accommodate 7 million passengers per year, ensuring that the nation remains a key destination for tourists from around the world. Tourism, economy, and sustainability. The Maldives is facing a difficult balancing act. While tourism has long been a pillar of the economy, it has also left the nation vulnerable to economic fluctuations, particularly during global crises like the COVID-19 pandemic. In response, the Maldives is working to diversify its economy by attracting international business through projects like the Maldives International Financial Center. However, tourism remains a crucial part of the country's future. The Maldives is investing heavily in luxury resorts, with several major projects slated for the coming years. For example, the Zamani Islands Resort, set to open in 2026, will feature the Maldives' first super yacht marina and an underwater restaurant. Meanwhile, Dubai developers are funding a $600 million luxury resort called Samana Ocean Views, set to open in 2029. These projects will help ensure that tourism remains a key revenue source for the Maldives, even as the country diversifies its economy. Thanks for watching. What do you think? Will these projects truly secure the Maldives' place in the world, or will they face unforeseen challenges? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most exciting mega projects on the planet, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel.